just use it up. Once the cabinets were put together, I brought them into the camper and screwed them into the studs. This cabinet has a solar panel built into it, so I started off by running all the wires through the holes that I made in the base earlier. Then connected the solar controller, all of the light switches, and at the bottom there's going to be a 110 volt outlet that will have USB and USB-C outlets built into it.
I'm hungry, something to eat.
I then connected the on and off switch for the inverter to the inside of the cabinet, installed the cabinet door, then repeated the same process on the other side. There's also going to be a TV in between these cabinets, so I made a wooden TV mount that's slanted and installed the TV onto the TV mount. But the next step was to start building the battery box, so I ripped out a bunch of pieces of 3/4 inch plywood and pocket hole them directly onto the body of this camper to make sure they're as structural as possible. To help this electrical system stay cool, I decided to add a fan on both sides of the battery box, one sucking air in and the other blowing air out. I'm not sure how cool it'll keep the electrical system, but it definitely won't hurt. To allow easy access to this electrical system, I decided to install this 30-inch door. So I traced it out onto a piece of 3/4 inch plywood and cut it out with Mr. Hefter. Then made sure the door fit into the hole and went ahead and installed it onto the battery box.
No, the dirty still.
Once I finished building the battery box, these cabinets are going to be simple, so I basically repeated the same process from the cabinets earlier in the video, except these cabinets are not going to have doors and have this flexible netting instead, which you guys will see in the end of this video.
There's this woman, she started to up and
After we finish hanging the
you
cabinets,
know,
I
start
used
eating
some
people.
exterior paint to try to
The
preserve the
white
look.
eating people. Okay, vampire. They don't suck blood, she wants to eat people. So she's like a zombie.
I then started building the cabinets, so I can install the water system. This camper will have a 6-gallon freshwater tank and a 6-gallon gray water tank. I next installed the small water filter that will go in between the freshwater tank and the water filter.
So it
And
should be
for the
good.
plumbing, we're using PEX because it's more flexible and doesn't crack as easy when the temperature changes. And it's also super easy to install. You basically just cut the pieces to size, then use this crimper thing, and that's it. I then connected the PEX to my water pump and wired it up.
Yummy. Thanks.
I also installed this PVC pipe that comes out the bottom of the camper,
Where's
which
Ariana?
lets you know your water tank is full and won't let you overflow it. And the next step was to install a fridge that we picked up from GRG.
You okay?
Right above the freshwater tank, so I had to make a mount for it to sit on. We chose this fridge because we can wire it directly to a 12 volt battery. It cools at 36 watts minutes on equal mode, which makes it perfect if you're doing off-grid cooking. It also works as a fridge or a freezer, and the temperature can go as low as 7 degrees and up to 50 degrees. I then brought them out into the camper, screwed it in, and installed the fridge. My favorite part is that this fridge is compact, super lightweight, and really affordable, which makes it perfect for a small camper like this. It also has a USB port so you can charge your phone and a sleek paint job on the lid. So if you're planning on buying a fridge for your camper, check out FoodRV. I'm going to link them in the description below. After installing the fridge, it was time to install the gray water tank. I used PVC cement to glue on this 3-inch pipe, slid it through the floor of the camper, then glued on an elbow. I'll come back later in the video and install the rest of it. But the next step was to cap off the bottom part of the kitchen, then build a drawer that will go in between the fridge and the sink. time to install the countertop. So I cut out the hole for the sink and the fridge, then sanded the crap out of it so I can stain it. After installing the countertop, I went ahead and installed the faucet and the sink.
Yum. This is some good pizza after dinner. This is good pizza.
I then screwed on the piano hinge for the fridge door, and just like that, the countertop of this camper was installed. I next screwed on the framing for the back door of the camper, then installed some more of the slided ceiling from earlier in the video on this back portion. This gives the back portion of this camper a nice aesthetic, and we ended up drilling 2-inch holes so we can install more floodlights. So when you're back here and camping, you'll have plenty of lighting so you can cook some food or just chill. But the next step was to mix some epoxy and add some sawdust so we can make a wood filler that has the consistency of like peanut butter. We then put it in a bag, cut the tip, and squeezed a little bit onto every single screw hole because this stuff's gonna harden up like a rock and ensure this thing's not gonna leak. After letting it set overnight, we sanded the crap out of the entire camper with 150 grit sandpaper. We sanded the camper the best that we can, and even Tom came over to help because the next step is going to be fiberglass. In order to get the fiberglass mat to stick to the camper properly, we had to roll on a thick layer of epoxy resin and let it sit for about 20 minutes. Once the epoxy was tacky, we cut a sheet of fiberglass and stuck it onto the camper. We used a foam roller and a squeegee to get out as many air bubbles as possible, then rolled on another layer of resin epoxy. Tom here, he came over to help with fiberglass. We then repeated the same process over and over to try to get this camper fiberglass because it was supposed to rain the next day. It took us just under 11 hours to finish fiberglassing this camper, and we wanted to let it cure for 2 days, so while it dried, we decided to start building the doors. We used the door cutout from earlier in the video and traced the window onto it. Cut it out and made sure the window would fit, then did the same thing with a piece of 1/4-inch plywood, but we just made it a little bit bigger. I then used some Titebond 2 to glue the two pieces together and screwed about 30 screws into it. I explained how to build these doors in more detail in the plans that we made. I'll link them in the description below. But I next cut out the hole for the door latch, made sure it would fit, then took it apart so I could fill the screw holes. To fill the holes, I'm using Bondo glass, which is a body that has fiberglass built into it. What's nice about this stuff is that it gets as hard as a rock and it's sandable within 15 minutes, which is perfect for when you want to get projects done quickly. But I will say this stuff smells like hell, so
Hi, baby. I'm back. You see, I am the replacer. I'm replacing you so you can play Call of Duty Black Ops 6. Real good.
Where's Dad?
I'm your daddy now.
Hello, Daddy.
I like that.
Mittens is stuck again.
Mittens, you did this to yourself.
Sir, can you please just unlock the door?
Just give me 5 stars.
Yes, I really did buy this 2005 Smart Core 2, pretty much for the sole purpose of using it in the Smart vs. WeGo video as a prop. Now it has electrical prop. I don't believe it. Maybe I'll test it out myself at some point. The car was imported a number of years ago by a fish and chip shop in New York where it was used as a delivery car. They also wrapped it in a silly Union Jack Bible wrap and a plethora of dumb stickers. this is that car. But your car didn't come with a shirt. That fish and chip shop went out of business at some point, and this robin was then sold to a guy. And then that guy sold the robin to another guy, a fellow Trabant owner in Tennessee who we'll call Ron Funkmaster. Mr. Funkmaster had his fun in this car for a few months and then decided to sell it, at which point he called me. And then I have a Reliant Robin. Yeah, as far as I know, this is the only Mark III Reliant Robin in the entirety of the United States. And it belongs to me, the premier collector of unusual, slow, and badly made death traps. When I brought it home, it had a small gas leak from one of the fuel lines, and it had a small coolant leak from a small hole in one of the coolant lines. Both of these things were very easy to fix, and the car has been troubling me ever since. Thanks to a wee bit of overheating, but it is hot out. And yes,
There's gotta be something good to watch on TV. I just can't find nothing.
What's going on?
Hey, what's going on?
What's that?
Living a dream on the open road.
Oh yeah, you guys know what he's going on, guys?
But these motherfuckers.
Years of watch time and look, I only know one way to make money. I'm gonna have to give an old friend a call. Lester. I think he's in town somewhere. I'm gonna have to track him down. Hello. Is this still the number for Lester Crest?
Who's asking?
Who's asking? Who's asking?
You're awful cagey. Even for a dead man, Michael.
Ooh, you don't sound good, buddy.
Tactful and charming even in death. Hey, come see me, old friend. I'm living in Los Santos, just like you. Marietta Heights.
Whoa, wait. Hey, how do you... Hello? You fucker. Fuck you, Lester. You gonna let me in or what?
Give me a minute.
I was wondering when you'd show up. I was dead. Praise be. Guess you weren't very dead. You need my help. How do you know? Because you came here. What else would you? I haven't been a good friend for you, Lester. I know that. And you're going to make it up to me by doing whatever I ask. Or rather, I mean, I need something done. You need to know something. So why not help each other? I got to make some dough. You're back in the game? I guess. Look, Lester, about what happened before. I know you never mentioned my name. No, I'm not on any lists anywhere. I know you never betrayed me. As for you, you got to figure that I never told one. That instead of gently decomposing in North Yankton, you're angrily decomposing in Los Santos, a shrink, and a wife who don't love you no more. Yeah. Well, since you put it like that. Shut up a minute. I'm getting an iFind alert. That little college boy sack of shit, phony fuck. Jay Norris? Yes. That fuck is a lying bastard. I read his fucking mails. He's a fucking cheat. I heard him say that he saved America. What, by outsourcing all the jobs? By selling us little bits of plastic restricted access shit? Well, now it's payback time, you lying turd. The hell are you talking about? You are about to get that white-collar gig that you always dreamed of, Mikey. Here, take this fashionably retro weird for a 45-year-old man, but I cannot let go of the 1980s bag, and dress yourself up like a billionaire math genius with low-level Asperger's. You better be ready for the minor glitch of your repulsive pseudo-messianic life. Okay, Lester. Get out of here! Call me when you're ready. We are about to put the Darwinism back in social Darwinism. And brother, it is gonna be fun. You fucking kidding me?
I'm a bank robber, not a web designer.
So we'll go robbing soon. I'll find something. Just like the old days.
Michael,
I'm all dressed up. Now, you want to run me through this thing?
the prototype is somewhere in the Light Invader office. Find it and fit it with the device in your bag.
They just gonna let me in?
Why wouldn't they if you look the part? Hang around till someone opens the door. Act entitled.
Fine.
Hey, Michael, hold on. Down! I found ya!
Lester, the thing's in the prototype. I'm going home to watch the keynote.
Teabag time, my friend!
Lester, did you hear me? Are you playing that game?
Yeah, sorry, the phone is rigged. And what's your problem? You don't like shooters?
They're all the same. Besides, you know me. I'm a movie guy. Classic. Vinewood.
Classic Vinewood ended 30 years ago. Now it's just superheroes, romantic comedies, and remakes, none of which interest me.
Hey, I believe this country can still make interesting movies. There's no better way to define American life than a 2-hour plot in which the hero looks good and defeats evil.
Now, whatever you say, enjoy yesterday. Anyway, just call the device after he's unveiled it, and then we'll talk.
Les, that was heavy. You watching the news?
I don't have to. I'm watching the markets. I'll be trading pure alpha till close.
All right. Hey, about that other thing. You know the score.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. Let's do it. Put on a suit, look somewhat professional, and meet me at my warehouse off the LS freeway. Oh, and I'm about to email you a link for the exchange. You can put in some trades of your own.
I'm trying to stay off the day trading. Maybe I'll take a look. What the hell is this place?
Garment factory. I needed a job that didn't require me to do anything apart from paying taxes.
Okay, listen. What do you got?
Holy crap. The Union Depository. And they say it cannot be hit. Haven't been yet.
Look, I just owe some Mexican hood a couple $100 that wrecked his girlfriend's house. I don't need to go crazy.
Which Mexican?